to the polls. Because you have people out there that can be a supporter, but if they don't show up in November to vote, they're not going to count on election day. And so that's the task of going out and making the phone calls and knocking on doors and getting those votes out. Now, oftentimes when I visit counties like Leon County that have historically voted for the Democratic Party, people say, well, we're not a big player. A vote in Leon County is the same as a vote anywhere in the state. A vote is a vote, and they all add up. And so we must have a vibrant effort. And we also shouldn't cede any ground. Because what we stand for as a movement and as a party should appeal to all Americans. Irrespective of how your last name is pronounced, or where your parents were born, or how you grew up, or how you voted in the past. Our principles are the timeless principles that allowed us to become the single greatest nation in all of human history. Our principles are the principles of limited government, and free enterprise, and a strong national defense. Those are our principles. Our principles are the principles built on the notion and the reality that you can't have a strong country without strong people. And you can't have strong people without strong values. And you cannot have strong values without strong families. And the institutions in our society would support the family. These are our principles. And we have 240 years of evidence to prove that they work. But the truth is that every generation in American history has had to choose those principles. Each generation in American history has confronted challenges, and they have each had their own. I would argue that there have been times in our nation's history perhaps even more challenging than the times that we live in now. The revolutionary generation that founded this country did so by taking on the most powerful empire in the world. Not long after that, this nation was thrown into a tumultuous civil war that split the country apart literally and almost ended the young nation. Not long after that, this nation had to confront a First World War, and then a Great Depression, and then a Second World War, immediately followed by a long and dangerous Cold War. The 1960s divided us because of civil rights, because of Vietnam. The 70s were not an easy time. In the 1970s, we had a president that resigned in disgrace. We had long gas lines. We had disco music. These were difficult times. Don't even know what I call it. That's not you. I said that. I you laugh. I said that Saturday night, so people got mad. The point being that we've always faced great challenges. And the reason why is because America's special.